Welcome everyone. This is your 10-minute slow flow morning yoga. My name is Joelle and thank you for joining me today in beautiful White Sands, New Mexico. Meet me lying down on your mat, planting the sole of the left foot and catching behind your right thigh to bring that right leg around in some gentle circles. Keeping the right knee bent, maybe closing the eyes here. Beginning to tune into your deep breaths. And you can reverse the direction of that circle with your knee. Reminding yourself to go at your own pace today, appreciate any sensation that comes up. And then simply pull that knee in towards the chest and start rocking the foot from side to side. So just a little bit of internal and external rotation here. Probably not going very far, just an inch or two. Now cross your right knee over the left and pull both knees in towards the chest. And you could simply hug onto the knees, or you might slide your hands down to catch the ankles or the outsides of the feet, or this gentle reclined shoelace pose. Notice where you feel the stretch and direct your breath to wherever it is most needed. Now plant your right foot down on the mat, catching hold behind your left knee to bring it around in some small circles. And reversing the direction of that circle. A few more rounds here. And pulling the knee in towards the chest, flex through the left foot and rock it from side to side. A couple of inches, this might be easier or perhaps more challenging than it was on the first side. Another nice thing to learn about yourself if that is the case. Resting left knee on top of right, pull both knees in towards the chest, holding on wherever is most appropriate for you today, and enjoying a few deep, slow breaths in this posture. Oftentimes in the morning, it can be nice to take things slow, allowing the body and mind just a few moments before really getting into the bulk of the day. When we can untangle those legs, we'll roll our way up to seated, sliding the legs behind you and finding your way to a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. For a few rounds of cat and cow here, inhaling to arch the spine, looking up, exhaling to round. And again, just moving here a few more times at the pace of your slow, steady breaths. Articulating through the entire spine. And finding a neutral position. Keeping the knees together now, pick up the feet and start rocking the feet from side to side. So taking them a couple inches off your mat in each direction. If your knees are sensitive, you could always double up the mat here or place a towel underneath them. This is just another nice way to open up through the hips. And the next time your feet are over towards the right, hold there and reach just your left arm out in a diagonal. So this is kind of a modified puppy pose of sorts. Press into your left hip. And notice wherever it is you feel sensation. Pressing yourself back up, bring the feet over towards the left so that you can extend through that right arm now. And again, observing perhaps any differences as you press into your left hip and right shoulder. Beautiful. Make your way back to center, sitting back on your heels and tucking the toes underneath you for a little toe squat. If this is too much, you can also simply leave the toes untucked, and we'll take a few wrist circles here in one direction and then in the other, making little fists here with the hands. And wiggling out those fingertips, planting the hands, spreading the fingers wide, and tuck the toes to find downward facing dog. And any little wiggles that you'd like to take this morning by pedaling out through the feet, swaying the hips, shaking out the neck. Remembering to go really slowly today. And then holding this down dog for one more breath. Now step your right foot just behind your right hand and lower the left knee down. So we're in a short lunge here. Bring your right hand on top of your right knee and let your head hang heavy down towards your left shoulder. So this is a gentle twist getting into the lower back. And then we'll replant that right hand, tuck the toes, and find our downward facing dog once more. You're welcome to hold still here, or find any other movements that feel nice this morning. Once you're ready, step left foot behind left hand. Gently lower the right knee into that shortened lunge so you can place left hand on your front knee. Let the right ear fall towards the shoulder as you gently use that left hand to encourage a deeper twist. Replant your left hand, sitting back on the heels, widen the knees, keeping the big toes together. And then sliding your left arm underneath the body, we'll take a thread the needle variation of child's pose. If this feels like too much on the inner thighs, you can always bring those knees in closer together. This is all about what feels good to you. Bringing weight into your right hand, lift yourself up just enough to slide that right arm underneath you now for a thread the needle on the second side. You can extend that left arm way in front of you. Again, noticing wherever the sensation is most present this morning. Letting the breaths settle the body into this posture. And then pressing against your left hand to come back up. Swinging legs out in front of you. And planting your right foot flat to the mat, hugging onto it with your left arm for a seated twist. Keeping the right shoulder down and the crown of the head towards the sky. Then keeping the legs as they are, hugging the knee with the right arm now so you can twist open towards the left. Keep a little bit of activity in that extended leg by flexing through the foot. And bringing yourself back to center. Other side. Sole of the left foot comes flat, hugging onto that knee with your right arm, twisting towards that knee. Inhaling to grow tall and exhaling to twist. Now hugging the knee with your left arm, twist away from that knee, maybe taking the gaze over your back shoulder, or you can simply keep the eyes closed if you prefer. And very nice, we'll come back to center once more. Cross the legs to find a comfortable seated position and roll the shoulders back a few times. Maybe rocking the head a little bit from one ear to the other, shaking it out. Notice how you feel after just 10 minutes of positive movement and conscious breath. And all together, let's inhale the hands up towards the sky. Exhale them to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today in windy white sands. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I would love to know in the comments if you did. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And you're also welcome to get your copy of my Tight Hips Fix by clicking the first link in the description below. I hope to practice with you again soon.